tell that you're a real genteel Southern belle and do not like to say anything ill of anyone. However, I'd like to hear the senior side. There must have been some people who were impossible to work with. I recently read a book on Peter Sellers, who I'm sure you weren't involved with. And he was a real terror. And I'm sure Marlon Brando was known for causing trouble on the set. So would you tell us about some of the people who were difficult to deal with?
Well, you know, I'm the kind of person that doesn't like to knock anybody. I really don't. If there were difficult people, I would just sort of get through it and forget about it. I think that's better. Because
that's really the way Julie is. She's you know, I joke about she's diplomatic. No, she focuses on the positive all the time. You know, if something bad happens in her life, it's in the past, she's moving forward, and that's the way she's lived her life. And I think that's one of the reasons why she's had such a rewarding life and such a happy life, and why she's such a pleasure to be around. Because she's a real positive force. And I know I've changed how I live my life from watching her, just because I was actually worse than this.
my goodness.
But Julie has a wonderful. I want to share one of her attitudes of life, which I think is pretty amazing. Because I asked her once, because you know, if you read her book, you'll find out it wasn't all roses for her. She's had a difficult life at times, and she's gone through a lot more than a lot of other people have gone through. So I asked her, how is it that you remain so positive? How is it that you laugh so much and that you seem to have a good time? And she said, life is really difficult, and you have to be positive. You have to learn to laugh, because otherwise it can just beat you down. And it's not this rosy kind of Norman Vincent Peale power of positive thinking stuff. She knows what's happened, she knows what's good, she knows what's bad, and she's choosing to not let the bad and the difficult get the better of her. And it really is something that, you know, I don't want to start preaching, but a lot of people like to focus on the bad, and it weighs you down and it makes it hard to go forward. And Julie's been a very positive influence for me because of that approach. And when you see her smile and you see her joking, that's her. That's really her. She's not putting on an act. And that's why people love her so much. When she does these shows, people keep coming out to see her again and again and again, because she's so nice and friendly and enjoyable to be around. And I think a very good role model.
Well, I think all of us, we want to enjoy our lives.
Yeah.
You know? And part of it is the people that we interact with. A big part of it is, and there's a lot of joy in that.
Two more questions. One of them can be about what was it like to kiss Elvis. Go ahead.
Julie, the last time we shared a room was at the down on Hollywood Boulevard at our mutual doctor's office for our children, our pediatrician. And is this the young son? This would have been about 1959 or 60.
That would be my brother, yeah.
That's
Steve.
okay.
He was born in 56.
56?
Yeah.
That's right.
He was a little bit older than my toddler.
That's my older son.
That's right. And the room was packed and we had a moment to share. I wondered if you would give a little bit about your family.
Oh, well, I'm very lucky. I have two wonderful sons. This is one of them right here, Mitchell Danton. He's an award-winning film editor, and my older son, Steve Danton, is he works as an assistant director, and he is works on a good deal, a great many movies and so on. So they're both in the business and doing well. And
have you lived in Hollywood all your life?
Have you
lived in
Hollywood
Hollywood
all your life?
through your married life?
Yes, I guess I have, because I came out when I was my late teens, because I had this idea of being an actress, and I think I've told this story. My father's first wife was back in Arkansas once, and she'd always loved him and whatever. And she said, if you ever want to come out, I'll help you. And so when I wanted to do that, I thought first about going to New York, and then I thought, oh gosh, New York is such a big city, and you know, it's more expensive and this and that. And so I got in touch with my Aunt Ruth. And
Julie, didn't you there was a ranch that you visited? Did you own that? Did you visit that? Like, was it Northern California or something? Was that like a vacation place or something? I think you went up there a few years ago.
Yes, that's right. I went on a trip.
It was in Washington State.
Washington State.
In Washington State. Mm-hmm.
But she's an LA girl. There's no trace of Arkansas left in her. Absolutely none.
But I can talk that way if I want to, and if anybody asks me,
you don't want
if you want me to, I can.
Anyway, how about a nice round of applause for Julie? And if anyone wants to meet Julie out there, she's got her wonderful book, and she's got her wonderful pictures, and she has her son, and she would love to talk to you.
Oh,
Anyway, thank you all for coming out and braving this
Thank you all.
horrible weather.